Good morning, everyone. My name is Tommaso Elli, and I am a PhD student in design from Politecnico di Milano. Today, I'm going to present you the Academia is Tidy Not, which is a visualization project framed on the topic of sexual harassment in academia that I've done in collaboration with Adam Bradley, Christopher Collins, Hinrichs, Zachary and Kelsky. So the problem of sexual harassment inside of the academy is something that is unfortunately there, and we know it because of many articles talking about it online, but also because there are many regulations inside of universities who already act against this problem. But most of all, we know it from the stories of the people who experienced it inside of their academic life. And aware of this problem, in 2017, Kelsky, who is an anthropologist and academic counselor, decided to collect as many stories as possible through an online survey that eventually went viral inside, on social networks and received a lot of attention. And inside of the survey, she was asking very general and open-ended questions about the incident that people had inside of the university. And the data that she collected is very qualitative, is textual data, so unstructured, but most of all, it's very rich in detail, it's very intimate, it's very sensitive in a way, and heartbreaking. So, as members of the academic community where this problem lives, and as visualization researcher, we were interested in giving visibility to this data, acknowledging the fact that this problem of sexual harassment inside of academia is somehow underreported, underrepresented, and people are not talking about it. So once we got our heads on the data, we were interested in how to use visualization to represent it, and which kind of awareness we manifest by treating this data. So very briefly, we did a series of exploration of the data. So we tried to close read some of them. We also tried with some computational approach to extract the patterns, and in particular, we used the natural language processing. But then eventually, we came to the idea that the best way to treat this data was to manually tag them according to a schema of a tag set, basically, that we were able to create thanks to the previous steps. On top of this tag set, we then created the visualization of the nodes. So this is the tag set. So as you can see, there are information about the instance, information about the people involved, and there are many data values that are possible to be collected from the reading of the survey. We then use those data values to create some parametric shapes that are basically mathematical curves that are passing through certain points of this hexagonal grid that we designed, in which every number, every point corresponds to a certain data value. So at the end, depending on how we tagged the different survey, we had the knots of different shapes. And the knots of text is the result of a visual research that passed through many different explorations that were aimed at bringing the actual stories of the people in the foreground. We didn't want to aggregate them inside of views as we usually do in visualization numbers, but we wanted to have a different visual treatment that we believe are more suitable to the case, and that is able, as we like to say, to honor the voices of the people who participated to the survey. Most importantly, the knots of text directly reconnect to a very common colloquialism used that represent a discomfort or a bad feeling. That is, I have a knot in my stomach. So that is the feeling that we had while reading the survey entries, and also for this reason, we believe that this is a suitable way to recognize and create a better, stronger connection with the feeling of the people that are behind it. So at the end, we came up with this interactive visualization that is web-based, in which you have a bidimensional space that you can explore, in which every survey story is represented as a note of text that you can eventually click and unravel in order to see our tagging choices and also to read the original posted story. So in conclusion, if you go online and look at the visualization, you will be able to also listen some voices that are reading aloud stories. Those are the voices of some volunteers who decided to manifest their support to this project by recording their voice. This is also a way to prove and support to not just the project, but also to the people that are behind of the original survey. But we also believe that this is a way to increase the emotional impact of the visualization, and also to draw attention of the people who can pass by an eventual installation. So please go and visit our work and tell us what you think. You will find a survey. And thank you very much for your attention.